Greetings, I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. Today's topic is my husband likes women on social media. Hi, welcome back. I'm Paul Friedman, and the topic that we're going to discuss is my husband likes women on social media. My goodness gracious, this is a huge problem. You're not the only one suffering from this problem. And, I'm not going to get into editorializing about social media. Instead, I'm just going to talk to you about what's going on in your relationship with your husband. And later on, I'm going to talk about one of my books, Breaking the Cycle, because I don't think that you need our premier offering, which is the online course for women. So I think that social media has this unseen barrier breaker that lets otherwise shy people speak out, express themselves, and kind of forget that we have obligations towards each other that transcend, that are much bigger than the little bit of feeling that we get when we like something, give it a heart, or give it a thumbs down. We forget that no one cares when we're on social media, whether they're liked or not by someone, although some people do see, oh, he does like me. Maybe I'll get in touch with him. And this is the greatest trap. This is the problem. What if it turns into more? And the truth is, it does from time to time. Now, here's another truth. When your relationship is solid, when you're constantly increasing the volume of love and determination to improve your marriage, nothing can sneak in and mess it up. So you see, even though it's not your fault that he's doing that, even though it's what I would consider a minor sin, and most people would consider it a non-sin, even though these are the dynamics, at the root of this is that he's putting you next. He's not considering how you feel about it. He's not thinking, well, if she's watching me doing this, is she going to be upset? And we have to get him to change. Now, that being said, you cannot change anyone. And if you have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't even change your kids, and they're your own blood. However, you can inspire. With your kids, of course, you can inspire them not to do things they shouldn't do with punishment and a stern talking to. But you can't do that with your husband. He's your husband. He's your equal. He's not your child. And if you complain about it to him, which I'm sure you already have, he's either going to brush you off or he's going to tell you, no, I won't do it again. And that's not enough. It's not enough. What you want is something much more than him not doing that. You want him to see you as his queen. You want him to recognize that his life with you is more powerful, more beautiful, more everything than anything else he could ever do. I gave the term sacred space of marriage to marriage a long time ago. I started doing this in 2001. Before then, and you're going to go, what? I was a divorce mediator. True story. And a couple that came to me for a divorce started to cry when I started asking them about their life, what we had to divvy up. And they said, we really don't want to get a divorce. We just don't know how to be married. Would you help us? And in those days, everyone thought that the big deal for marriage was communication. And I'm a communications expert. I had a big whiteboard, 4x8, and I would, let me stop there and let me tell you about what I would do with them to get them to shift their perspective. And I think you'll like this. And I did this literally with every single couple that I met with, although primarily I met with individuals because I'm of the firm belief and knowledge, actually, after 25 years, that you alone can transform your marriage into the most amazing marriage. I'm not talking about romance. I'm talking a depth of love that comes from your heart. And what I would do is I would put 8 dots on my whiteboard. And I would pretend to be putting them in special places, but I wasn't. I tricked them. And I said, what do you see? And both of the couple said, well, I see 8 dots. That's all I see. I don't see what you are trying to put up there. And can you tell me more? I see 8 black dots. Very good. So here we have 4 feet by 8 feet of pure white. It was an expensive whiteboard. Pure white field. But where did you go? You went to the black dots. Do you see what I'm driving at here? It's human nature to look for the junk, for the bad stuff. It's human nature. Why? And now I could talk about the book a little bit, because here's where I reveal the teachings, also reveal the teachings in the course, the online course, but I reveal this and it's deep. We are not our mind. It is the mind that is looking for trouble. We are essentially, and don't think, oh, this guy's a religious nut, because this is not religious. We are souls. We are spiritual beings, souls. And we are comprised of love infinitely. But we have a body and a mind. Bodies are nothing but trouble, one thing after another. If it's not your teeth, it's the virus, it's this, it's that. So we're constantly on the lookout for trouble. Human nature, not soul nature. But when you're married, you didn't marry your minds. Sure, it's part of the equation, but it's a tiny part. The biggest part of the equation is that your soul mates, you see. And there's a bridge between the two of you. This bridge is meant to be a bridge of love, of loving communication, of supportive communication, complementary communication. And when you start going into these other realms, and I go into this deeply in the books, if you go into criticism, well, you just forget about the fact that criticism hurts the other. Think of it as, I just wasted these words. I wasted these thoughts. Worse, instead of using these thoughts, instead of using this communication to express love to my soulmate, I went the other way. Well, how's that going to work out? The answer is it's not going to work out. And so that's what I get into in the books. I get into especially breaking the cycle. I think that's deeper. And the reason I get into this is not to point out the do's and the don'ts, although it's all there, but to give you a sense of what marriage is intended to be, which is joy, joy, ever new, increasing joy, love, and harmony. Now, if your marriage were on the edge, then you need the course. But chances are With this particular complaint, if you were actually searching for it and didn't just stumble upon it, then one of the books is great. Now, we don't want you to suffer. The opposite. We want you to experience your marriage at the highest level of love and joy. So please go to our website, see what we have, and make the right choice to transform your marriage into heaven on earth. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I hope you want to see more of these videos. Please put in the comments section a topic you would like me to talk about. And in fact, we're going to be doing some live videos. So let me have a topic that I can discuss. And, of course, subscribe, like the video, and come back. God bless you and thank you. Take care.